And teens ransack new details on a plan to make filling up in San Diego even more expensive. But we begin with new developments in the wrong way crash that shut down the Coronado Bridge. The Navy sailor accused of being drunk when she caused this pileup was in her hospital bed when a short time ago she found out she's charged with felony driving under the influence.
Well, that arraignment comes the same day that a state senator announced updates to his bill to get better safety measures for the bridge. And 10 News reporter Steve Fiorina is live in Chicano Park. And Steve, the memorial there still stands for 4 people killed in another accident at that bridge last October.
Almost 6 months, Kim, and we still see flowers and candles here, a lot of them underneath the bridge. That accident so deadly. However, this new one, again, raising safety concerns. This mangled white car was reported heading eastbound in the westbound lanes of the Coronado Bridge, slamming head-on into this truck, and then it careened into another truck. Traffic backed up in both directions. Brianna Rawl was driving the white car. You see her carried away on a backboard en route to UCSD Medical Center. Arraigned in her hospital room on charges of driving under the influence, causing great bodily injury. The prosecutor spoke afterward.
You think about the Coronado Bridge, I mean, the victims in this case, there's nowhere for them to go.
It was hours before dawn.
They're going to work, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, and you have a head-on driver coming towards you. You're trapped.
Last October, a truck flew off the bridge and fell onto Chicano Park below, crushing people enjoying a Saturday afternoon. 4 dead and 7 injured. Richard Cipollio is awaiting trial on manslaughter charges, another DUI case involving a Navy sailor. The deputy district attorney may have been thinking of that tragedy as she recalled how this latest accident unfolded.
After she struck, her car then also hits the side of the bridge, and thank God it didn't go over.
This tragic incident.
State Senator Ben Hueso has authored a bill to improve safety on the bridge, including such things as better barriers, lighting, and signage. Vassell remains hospitalized. Her bail is $130,000. She could go to prison for 6 years if convicted. And this latest accident, everyone is expected to recover. Live in Chicano Park, Steve Fiorina, 10.
All right, Steve, Brian Shalonsky here in the 10 News Live Center now with an update to breaking news we first brought you about 15 minutes ago on 10 News at 5. Let's take you to this video from Sky 10, a rescue going on right there in Mission Trails. The person in the center of your screen being loaded onto a back brace and then here kind of hoisted into the sky with a rescuer right there from a medevac chopper. This is at Jackson and Mission Gorge at Mission Trails. This person looked to be a teenager, fell off a bike. That's how the call came in. They had the rescue helicopter looking for that person and then fire crews and paramedics lifting them out. We saw him wheeled out on a stretcher as well. Back to you.
Wow, should probably get downhill going quickly. Thank you. New details on a plan to make filling up in San Diego even more expensive. Governor Jerry Brown signed a $5 billion a year road repair package today. The money will come from raising the gas tax 12 cents a gallon, the diesel tax 20 cents, and a $100 annual fee for zero-emission cars starting in 2020. Lawmakers have until April 6th to approve the package. If they do, it would be California's first gas tax increase in more than 20 years.
Developing story, California is one step closer to becoming a sanctuary state. Today, as 8 mayors in our county protested Senate Bill 54 moving forward, lawmakers continued work on a separate bill to help protect immigrant rights. 10 News reporter Jennifer De La Cruz is live at police headquarters with the safety concerns these immigration developments could present. Jennifer?
Well, a bill has been introduced that would provide lawyers to immigrants at risk of deportation. This comes at the same time that this bill would prevent local police departments from cracking down on illegal immigrants. Some mayors today said all that this would do is put all of us in danger. The proposal is to help immigrants in California fight against deportation, creating a legal defense program regardless of their criminal background. Supporters say it would counter anti-immigrant rhetoric from the Trump administration. A separate bill kept immigrant advocates and local mayors divided Wednesday afternoon.
Shame on you!
Senate Bill 54 would make California a sanctuary state.
We will see you at the polls and we will vote you all out!
8 mayors in the county say it would put residents at a risk of danger. If it passes, they say state and local law enforcement would not be able to notify federal agencies of dangerous criminals being released from jail.
If you take away a street cop's radio and they lose communication, it's bad. If you take away their communication with other agencies, that's bad too.
Shame on you!
Supporters of the bill say it further feeds into discrimination that tears families apart.
Obviously, we all support being safe from rapists and murderers. But what is going on right now is an increase in attacks on innocent people who live here and just want to make a living.
Killian Collin is a Muslim American citizen. He says he knows firsthand what it's like to be a victim of discrimination.
They are trying to do the same kind of bigotry against the Hispanic people.
He says SB 54 is a step in the right direction.
Obviously, these agencies are using discrimination against people of color, specifically the Hispanic people, and we will not allow that, not in my city.
SB 54 has already been amended 3 times since it was first introduced in December. A 2/3 vote is needed for the bill to pass. Reporting live in downtown, Jennifer Dela Cruz, 10 News.
New developments. The lawsuit against Trump University will head back to a San Diego courtroom tomorrow. The $25 million settlement is on hold because a former student wants a full refund and an apology. Sherry Simpson paid $35,000 to enroll in the school, but her share of the settlement was only $28,000. A federal judge will decide tomorrow whether Simpson can opt out of the settlement and sue the president on her own.
New tonight, police have busted an illegal pot shop down the street from an elementary school. Take a look. Here it is here. It's called the Cure Lab. They shut it down off Balboa and Mount Alafan Drive in Claremont this morning. Officers seized about 5 pounds of weed, edibles, and cash. They arrested 2 workers and charged them with misdemeanors.
A developing story. We're working to find out exactly how many children in San Diego have elevated levels of lead in their blood. The Department of Health has revealed up to 5% of children younger than 6 tested positive for lead in San Diego in 2012. And this alarming report comes as San Diego Unified gets ready to start testing the water at its schools for lead next week. Emerson Bandini Elementary is already tested positive, and 3 San Isidro schools had to pass out bottled water earlier this year because theirs was contaminated.
New at 6 o'clock, the Southern California oil refinery, where there was an explosion in 2015, is allowed to keep using a deadly chemical. The Torrance City Council voted in favor of the refinery using hydrofluoric acid. Officials argued that it's necessary for the refining process and getting rid of it would jeopardize high-paying jobs. But people who live near the plant say that's not worth risking the chemical getting into the air.
I don't know about you, but I'm planning on dying of natural causes. Not a choking, burning, horribly painful chemical death, whether it's slow or fast, that could have been prevented.
The City Council did vote for the refinery to adopt new safety measures.
All right, Ariel, we are back here in the 10 News Live Center now with some breaking news and some brand new video to show you of a shark swimming off of California's Manhattan Beach. Take a look. This is video that was shot by a TV news helicopter. You see the shark there swimming in the center of your screen. This was this morning, and officials there decided to keep Manhattan Beach open. They said when there's a sighting, they usually assess the situation. They'll only close the beach if it looks like the shark is showing some sort of aggressive behavior. In this case, they decided that it isn't, and LA County lifeguards are saying that they've actually seen a lot of sharks in this area, calling it a regular basis, kind of regular sightings for those sharks. But obviously a lot of people who were swimming in that area not pleased to see that guy. Back to you.
Yeah, swimmers beware. Thank
Yeah.
you, Brian. New video showing teenagers stealing beer from a Fresno liquor store. They later pull a gun on the guy who tried to stop them, and you can see them. They kind of just casually walk in the store. In fact, one waved at the clerk. They walk around for a bit, and then one grabs a case of beer, and they sprint toward the door. Well, a customer chases after them. He even grabs onto the back of their shirt when they get a hold of the door, but when they get outside, the teenager in red right there pulled a gun, sending everybody else scattering as the thieves leave with the beer. Police say this is a good reminder to not try to step in during crimes.
Well, we have new information on how our health stacks up against the rest of the state. San Diego comes in 12th in this year's county health rankings. We score well with healthy behaviors thanks to a low number of smokers and easy access to exercise opportunities like hiking. But we also have a higher than average number of people being monitored for diabetes. And we've had several drinking water violations. Overall, we're improving. We ranked 14th last year.
Well, if you're a parent or a grandparent, you know the importance of good health when babies are born. And 10 News is teaming up with the March of Dimes to help raise money to give every baby a fighting chance.
10 News anchor Steve Atkinson is joining us from our phone bank with how you can help. Hey, Steve.
Hey, Ariel and Kim. Yes, we are a proud sponsor here at 10 News of the March of Dimes, doing so much great work here in San Diego. We've got a lot of volunteers out here taking your phone calls at 619-237-6309. They want to hear from you, not just volunteers, but personal experiences like Katie Leben right here. You volunteered for the March of Dimes in college, and then you had your own son.
I did. I was a tap walker in college, just because March of Dimes was an organization that I was passionate about, and our community rallied behind them, and we had a great time. And I never in a million years thought that I would become one of the statistics and have a child that's born 7 weeks early and spent 16 days in the NICU.
It must have been so trying for you.
It was a difficult time. We were very blessed and very lucky that he is a very happy and healthy 10-month-old now. He thrived, and he is one of the positive outcomes that March of Dimes is proud to be a part of.
And Katie's going to be leading a team in Balboa Park. She will not only take your money, she'll help sign you up for the March of Dimes walks. April the 22nd in Oceanside is going to be our first walk, and then April the 29th in Balboa Park, our second walk. Again, we're taking your money. We've had people donate $100, $10, you name it. We'll take your money for the March of Dimes. The money's staying right here in San Diego. So please help us out. We're going to have much more. We'll be talking about this up through 8 o'clock tonight. Back to you in the studio.
Every little bit counts. Thank you, Steve.